Hello, YouTube fans, here again. And I figure why not talk about this one. Out of you two. Tales on film, days in the pit, tales on film. I don't know if I've got the lyrics right there, but I don't want to do the rest because I'll kill it. Yep, tales on film. Not any tales on film, the XX version of tales on film, and the history of the film, also say the song, back in 1981. The X-rated one, that is. Now, for people who may not know this, Duran Duran was a well-known 80s band that went on right through to the early 90s, still singing today, but not as popular, but early 80s, everyone heard of Duran Duran. This was, before they made it big with the song to the classic Bond film, Future a Kill. They was very popular, very, very popular. Every day would have a poster of Simon de Bon, if I know his name right. Everyone would have a poster of Duran Duran. There was bid. But it's about what I'm speaking about. So, at the end of the day, this wasn't that long after the first song, Planet Earth, and then they sang another song. I can't remember the name of the lyrics of the other one. But then they started to sing this one, Girls on Film. And it does have a lot of history because the very first version of the song was X-rated. And if anyone knows any history and knows anything about the song Girls on Film, you know it was about pornography. It was about porn. Basically, it was a seedy man with the tam knot making an adult magazine, and that's what it was basically about. That's why the song is called Girls on Film. So, back in the golden era of 1981, they decided to do this X-rated music video made for the nightclub era. And it was only that era back in 1981, the well-known pop show, Top of the Pops. They wanted to see the video. They wanted to see the video, Girls on Film. And Duran Duran, Simon Bon, and most of the band definitely, I'll say that again, definitely said no. Definitely a no, because the video was very to the bone. Even today, it's very X-rated. And back in the day, there was a thing like that. There was a video, Duran Duran's JT6. If it's got an 18 logo, which I've seen one with the 18 logo, you guarantee, say that again, you guarantee it will be the uncut version, the X version of Girls on Film. And the reason I want to say X version, they did eventually bring out another video of Girls on Film. But of course it was softened up, it wasn't pornographic, they made it look more like a party video. The theme tune to this version was a lot different. It was more party, it was more I'm not doing it any favours by doing that, but it was more different than the version you got when you had the nightclub X-rated version. One day I'll probably do a comparison, but nowadays you probably see it anyway. You see the softer version, which you can now play. You can play in the mornings, kids can listen to it, they can watch it safe there. There's nothing pornographic. It's just an everyday 80s music vid. But I'm on about the X one. Before we had the softer one, which a lot of people hear nowadays. You can hear it on radio. Days on film, days in the pit, some lyric like that. You can now you see the soft one a lot, but the X-rated one, I do remember back in the days when Sky TV was worth a shit. They actually played late at night the X-rated version, the original version of Girls on Film. And that's like the original one, not because you get tits and bust and ass. Okay, I do like it for that. I'm a typical red-blooded male. But, I just prefer the music a lot more. I like the beat to it a lot more. So the music is totally different than the music you hear in the other one. I'm not repeating myself there. And you do get the band and you get a bit of this music goes doo doo doo. I would pay it, but copyright, and I did not show you the video. But I'm going to talk about the bits what was X-rated, but try and keep it mild because I'm on YouTube. So you get a bit of the music different, you get the band and so on. You got these two good looking girls. I mean, they must have really found the most beautiful looking girls ever. And the pillow fighting, you get one that accidentally shows her boobs, which was done on purpose, but that's like mild compared to what you see later on. Then you've got this big chubby guy. I know I'm not being horrible there. He's a big guy, you know what I mean? I'm not saying nasty. And he's doing a sumo wrestling. You believe this, you believe anything. The Bond rings him, this big guy, knocks him on his ass. Yeah, right, but it's a music video. Then you got the sexy one with the brunettes. He did some massage, but fuck me. I'd definitely like to get a massage of her. This massage has been the most sexiest massage I have ever seen in my fucking life. Then you've got this other guy, a girl dressed up as a cowgirl, riding on his back, and then she's washing his back, very sexy. Then in the music video, you got this girl, the one I'm on about, really good figure, really tasty, well, definitely not shy. And she falls in this pond water. It's only about, it's big as this, and for some reason she's supposed to be drowned. It's a video, I went with it. He got a lifeguard, he jumps in to give her the kiss of life, double dates, he's drowned, and she folds him on the floor, snogs him. Then it gets to the X scene. There's a bit where I'm going to warn people. After that bit, she's bollock naked. I mean, nothing at all. Hair dryer, I'm not going to say the rest, I'm going to get in trouble by YouTube. But there's a bit where she's got an ice tube, and she's rubbing it on her nipple. And there's a bit of me when I'm watching that scene, I'm always wondering whether the producer or the director that did 9.5 weeks saw that scene, because I've got to admit, it does remind me of 9.5 weeks. The ice tube, the nipple. You see 9.5 weeks, you know which bit scene I'm on about. So she comes in, fur coat. I was a fur coat with no knickers, thought I'd keep it mild. So it's a fur coat, and the guy takes it off until she's topless, she's butt naked, tits, the lot. Well, not the lot, she's wearing pants. But she's back to, you know, butt naked. And you do get to see the looks of having mud wrestling for everyone who really wants to be X-rated. And they both rip the toes off, this guy, bald head. There, the film's hand, or what a great job he's got. And one of them lies on an ass. I'm not sure if she's playing dead or whatever, the blonde one. And the one that I think's like the nicest, well, the blonde's nice or not. He's got this lung lad. This lung lad, I swear to God, he must just have a baby face, but he only looks lung. I mean, he actually looks like a lung boy. And he's spraying her holes on her boobs and everything. And just a bit of him. Simon the Bond, there's that scene. Shooting is done. Do, 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 do. Shooting is done. That scene, anyway. Where he's holding this beautiful looking lass, tits out the lot. And then it just pauses of her doing this with her tits out. End of the music video. What else can I say about the music video? But it was definitely X-rated. I remember watching it and I was thinking, fuck me. Back in that era, 1981, how the fuck did he get away with this video? How the fuck did he get away with this video? It was definitely X-rated. I could rewind all the way back. They were going to air it on Top of the Pops back in that era. Good not definitely said a no-no. That was a no-no. They had to alter the video with the same people. Obviously, no tits, no bust, no ass, none of that. They had to keep it mild. And did the version what we all hear now. But before we ever had that version, there was an X-rated version, which more or less was paid for nightclubs. You can still see it, but definitely late at night. You definitely will not put this on in the morning when this kid's about. But in many ways, it inspired the X-rated music videos. You know what I mean? You had Poison with Alice Cooper. But people may not know that version, 1989. Alice Cooper did two versions. He did the soft one. I could be right in one day. Someone can correct me. But then he did an adult one where you see tits, you see ass. Very nice. And let's not forget Madonna, you know, back in 1990, Justify My Love. This was the era when Madonna was getting a bit warmth. You know this, you know that. So when you think about it, Duran, back in that era, 81, they changed the music videos. They can now show a lot more, be more oppressive, be a bit more X-rated. They can show anything as long as it's late at night. There have been times when they've tried to ban videos, like they tried to ban Justify My Love, which when you think about it now, it's like mild compared to some of her other videos. The dad banned other music videos, not just for sex, not just for nudity, but other reasons. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, when you think about it, it's kind of a bit of history that Tarantula did a pornographic, well, not a devil porn, but basically children's film, that's what it's based on. Did the X-rated version, and as we know, as Liz went, well, the same there, they had to do a milder one, which we nowadays see. But if you want to see the X one, it's there to see. You'll probably find it on some X-rated music channel late at night. But yeah, I'm not gonna give it points. It's a fucking music video. But it's interesting to see Simon Le Bon back in his heyday, all the band doing his X-rated video. The two girls are good looking. The brunette, I think, is very good looking. But be interesting to see what they look like now. But back then, yeah, two good looking lasses. What else can I say? But that was Girls on Film, X-rated version. Into them. Be smart, be safe. I'm not going to sing the song. See you later.